Hello, Juggernauts. Coach Liz here, coming to you from a hotel room in Chicago, because I am fortunate enough to be at a conference with Matt and Anna for the Two Brains Business Mentorship Group, and we're all learning lots of good stuff to bring back to us. But I wanted to make sure that I came on here and shared a little bit with us about our upcoming cycle that's starting today as of when this video is posting. Okay, so we just finished up a cycle for Murph and a little bit of a wash week or two, and the cycle wasn't just for Murph, let's face it, but that was a big component of it. And so great job tackling Murph and tackling our training for that, because I saw a lot of really awesome efforts at the Murph, and I know that there are a lot of people who tackled it for the first time, and some people who tackled it for the first time in a different way and did some harder versions, and maybe had pull-ups for the first time, or did a lot more RX push-ups than maybe they've done in the past. And so there were a lot of really cool wins to have, I think, and celebrate from that effort. I also want to make sure that we celebrate all of the hard work that our legends and our indoor programs put into their running especially, but also a lot of the other kind of push-up and other and movement patterns similar to what we had building up for Murph in our fitness program. So great work on that. Coming up, our next cycle is actually going to be starting June 7th through the beginning of August. So August 1st is the 8-week mark. We usually have kind of a week or two buffer depending on how everybody's feeling, where we're kind of, ramping down or just cleansing our palates so that we can go into our next cycle. The overarching theme of this next cycle, regardless of the program, so fitness, indoor, legends, all of those programs, express, unstoppable sobriety, everybody, okay, is going to be preparing you for the weird stuff life throws at us, okay? So doing really structured progressions like we've seen in strength and in a lot of our gymnastics skills lately is really important for very specific and quick growth in some of these movements and these strength patterns, right? However, to be a little bit better at all of the things, we need to see a lot of them all of the time. And so that's really going to be the goal of this cycle, is a little bit of everything, okay? So for fitness, we're going to see pretty much all of the movements, and you're going to see them kind of rotating through in different formats, different teaching focuses. You're going to get excellent skill development and everything, but it's not going to be quite as linear and an obvious progression of we've had a handstand walking progression over the last 6 weeks or so that was pretty clear if you were coming to those classes, right? It's going to be a little bit more spaced out than that, so that we're seeing all of the skills more often, okay? Which I think is a really cool opportunity to keep things fresh. We're also going to be starting this with maxing out our 3-rep max for deadlift and back squat, which is really fun, because I don't think we've done a 3-rep max for a while. And we're going to be doing a strict pull-up test. So loads of variations there that are going to be accessible for all of us, okay? The Legends program is going to be on a similar strength kind of approach in terms of their strength movements, right? And their theme, if I were to choose a theme for this other than what I just shared with you for all of our programs, is carries and holds. You're welcome, Legends. As we become more legendary, we know that our grip strength and our core strength are two of our greatest predictors for longevity and quality of life. And so as our legendariness, I don't know if that's a word, progresses, we want to make sure that we're continuing to work on that, okay? For indoor, we're going to continue our running progression. We'll have a retest this first week, okay, of our 10-minute running test. And then we'll also have push-up retest, because we didn't get into that in the last couple of weeks for our push-up progression. Strength this cycle is going to have a vertical press, so some strict pressing overhead, and and carries overhead. So we're really going to be working on our thoracic mobility and our overhead mobility as well, and stability, okay? With that, we're doing weird rotational stuff through our thoracic spine to make sure that we're capable to of getting into all of the weird positions that life throws at us. It's cool if we can throw loads of weight over our head, but if you hurt yourself bending down to pick something up, that's not exactly helpful, right? So we want to train those weird positions and make sure that we're stable and strong in all of those weird positions, and that's going to be one of the themes with that. We're also going to be doing some hip thrust work, so working on those buns, and we're going to be doing landmine work this cycle as well, focusing on upper body and core strength as per usual with our landmine work. Okay, so if you have any questions about this cycle, please let me know. I'm super pumped for this one for us to see everything that we can do and keep it fun. All right, happy new cycle, y'all.